this world, changing your mindset.
What is life? Have you ever taken time to ask yourself, what is this life all about? That is what we're talking about today, finding self. Good to have you on another edition of a weekly TV show, Be This World. My guest today on the show is one woman who said she has actually found self. Let's go for a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue. Don't get away, we'll be right back.
Be This World, changing your mindset.
Welcome back to just joining us. This is Be This World, and I have a woman of substance today on the studio to speak with about life, about finding self. And who is my guest today? My guest is Nkiru Okonkwo, also known as Ada-Enigwe. She's a social worker in United Kingdom. Nkiru is a philanthropist and a motivational speaker. Join me to make a welcome for Ada-Enigwe. Wow!
Thank you for having me.
Good to have you here, Ada-Enigwe. You have such a large and big profile. Apart from being an entrepreneur, a social worker in the United Kingdom, you're a motivational speaker, a philanthropist, and you have your first degree in marketing in UNN, University of Nigeria in Nsukka.
Yes.
You have your second degree in social worker in the United Kingdom, and you have a master's degree in business admin. Wow, that's big. That's huge. Wow, good to have you on This World.
Thank you for having me, Bidi.
Nkiru Okonkwo Ada-Enigwe. Wow, tell us, why the choice of that name, Ada-Enigwe? I noticed is your brand name.
Yes.
So why the choice of that name, Ada-Enigwe? Why did you choose it? There's so many other names we would have chosen. NK, Oko. Why did you choose Ada-Enigwe?
Okay. You also Ada-Enigwe.
Oh my God, I'm blushing.
Because Ada-Enigwe, we all know, is Ada means first daughter. Enigwe means heaven.
Yeah.
And we all from heaven.
Exactly. You're right.
Whether you're a Muslim, anything that you believe in, we all Christian, we all believe that we're making heaven.
Because we came from God.
From God.
Exactly.
So that's why.
That's where the name came from.
But before Ada-Enigwe, there was Nkiruka.
Nkiruka.
Nkiru Okonkwo.
So who is Nkiruka? Who is Ada-Enigwe? Can you differentiate the two entities, in one body for us? Can you differentiate the two of them?
Yes.
So who is Nkiruka Okonkwo?
Nkiruka is a girl. She was born in Enugu State, but from Oka. She was Anambra State.
Yeah.
She was born by Chief and Mrs. Peter Okonkwo from Oka, the fifth child of the parents. Ada-Enigwe came from Nkiruka because Nkiru, being who she is, she has always wanted to help people, change people's life. And I found the Ada-Enigwe through Nkiruka.
Let me say, Nkiruka have actually succeeded in giving birth to Ada-Enigwe.
Yes.
Yeah, meaning Nkiru has finally found herself.
Yes.
And she found herself and called that herself Ada-Enigwe, who is here to help people discover who they are, motivate people,
yes,
encourage people, and also doing her charity work.
Yes. One of my degree is social work. Yeah. When I got to United Kingdom, growing up.
Which year are we talking about here? Which year did you travel to United Kingdom?
2006, I went to United Kingdom. But when I got there, I didn't know much about social work, because social work is not something that we do. But I know that I've started social work, helping people in my own little way, changing lives, touching lives. But when I got to United Kingdom working, I spoke to some people, and the things I do, I'm like, this, I need to go and do this. Even though we do social work in Nigeria, it's not as pronounced as it is in United Kingdom, because you have to look after the vulnerable people. So when I got there, I find out that I can actually do this and fulfill my desire. So I I had to go and do it as a second degree, studied that as a second degree. And when I work with people or see my clients, it helps me. I felt like I'm fulfilling my call, because we all have a call. So my desire to help people, all those desire that I have to help people. When I was in Nigeria, in my own little way, I help my community. I help anybody that I can help. Listen to people, change people, because I believe if you give people the right treatment, right stance, they can change. So that's what I am all about. And being a motivational speaker, because I work, experience in life has reshaped me to be where I am today and speak to people. I could remember the first time I spoke to a group of women. My friend rang me and said, "Oh, Nikki, you need to come and speak to us about moving forward." I was a bit upset. Why would she tell me that? And she said, "Oh, you've gone through a lot and you're still standing." So, and that kind of brought my desire. Another one was, for instance, someone was getting married, and I got there and they said, "Nikki, you need to speak to us because you always have a word to say when something is wrong." And I'm okay. And I met someone, Obon King, the late Obon King. Yes. A friend of mine actually arranged for me to meet him. So I met with him, and he was asking me a question, and he said, "Record it." By the time I finished, he said, "So why are you not on the stage?" I'm like, okay.
So let me ask you again. So why are you not on the stage?
Life. My friend will always say life happens. Sometimes life happens to us, and you have other things. You're like, let me conclude this. Let me complete this. Let me do this.
A lot of things taking our attention and leaving the major things. So when he asked you that, why are you not on the stage? What did you tell him? What was your
I did answer. There was so many answers. There's so many things I answered, and he was so mad. And he showed me. He was showing me. Look at this person. She's doing this. Look at that person. She's doing this. And you've got a lot of things. He signposted me to someone and said, "I don't have much time to actually mentor you, but I can signpost you to somebody that will mentor you."
Excuse me, hold it there. He actually, which year are we talking about here?
I think we're talking about 7 years ago.
You met with him and he told you he doesn't have much time, because even he knew he was going to die.
I don't know. When he said that he didn't have much time, he meant, my understanding is not about that. It's a life schedule. Because he was coming from the US. When I met him, it was a friend, I knew him there, so he stopped in the UK and said, "Oh, I'm happy to meet with her." But he was full of life. I remember driving out of that hotel and I'm like, wow, Nikki, you need to, Ada-Enigwe, you need to wake up. He was like, you've got a lot, and you've got this charisma, you've got this strong charisma to carry on, to stand, to do things, because he actually asked me to speak to him, to motivate him. So
you did?
Yes, and I did. And he was like, it's hard for people to get through me, and I'm looking for that video. He said I should record it. He's a voicemail. Said I should record it, and he encouraged me. And I was driving out, and I'm like, what's holding you? Sometimes it's our confidence. Sometimes you want to come out to the stage. I'm like, can I do this? Can I do this?
Well, you can do it. So but you're already doing it.
I am. Sometimes when you want to speak, I've been invited somewhere and I'm like, how do I speak to these people? How do I start? By the time you get into the stage and you start,
they'll even tell you to stop.
And I'm like, okay, they're listening, And sometimes I've been doing my videos, sometimes I'll be driving, I'll just have this, something will drop in my inspiration to speak into someone or speak about a topic, and I'll start unpacking it. And someone will call me randomly, "Oh, it's like you were talking to me in that video. It's like you were talking to me. I just came through your video. It's like you were talking to me. It was like me. It was me that you were speaking to." So, and I want to take it to the next stage. I want to be able to speak to people, especially the experience that I've had in growing up, and
not just that you want to take it to the next stage. You need to take it to the next stage. You need to speak to people because you have it. Now, my question is this: now you are starting. You said you have you have some of your videos on your YouTube channel.
Yes.
You understand, that we could share with people to get.
Yes.
You have some on your Facebook page that people could watch and see what they're. Now you're still based in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
Now, how do your people, Nigerians, benefit from this untapped talent that you have? Now that you're still based in the United Kingdom, or are you planning to come back home?
If you know me very well, my name, the reason why I chose Ada-Enigwe, I'm an Igbo woman, and I'm for everyone. And I have fan base in the United Kingdom, and I have fan base here in Nigeria. It's my born desire to actually do things that I can still teach my people, bring it back to Nigeria as well. In as much as I live in the United Kingdom, we're in a global world, that I can still record my video, send out everything, and people in Nigeria can still benefit from that. And if there's any program, any show, anything for me to do in Nigeria, I usually come back to come and handle a show if I'm invited.
Like how many times in a year?
4 or 5 times a year.
Wow.
You know.
We can easily say that you're in Nigeria. If you come back to Nigeria 4 or 5 times a year,
yes.
you're in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So we won't be missing you so much.
No.
We won't be missing you too much. No. So you said you're a philanthropist.
Yes.
Do you have any charity outfits?
Currently I've been, all this while I've been doing things on my own. The little that as an individual, I've been support one-on-one.
Yeah.
But we have a plan of having an NGO especially for people with disability, you know, because I can relate to that about my life. So it's in the process.
How can you relate to that? Can you tell us? Can you let us into that dark room? How can you relate with people with disability?
Okay, I can relate to that because growing up, when I was 5 years old, I had a motor accident.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And
was it fatal?
Very fatal. I lived in the hospital, in orthopedic hospital, for 1 year and 6 months.
That's Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So what happened after that?
After that, I was determined that I want to go to school. I was determined that I'm going to make it. I was determined that I am not disabled.
So are you trying to tell us that after staying in orthopedic for 1 year and 6 months, you have some disability in your body?
Yes. In the United Kingdom, I am classed as a disabled person. You know, yes. And it's one of the things I've come back to Nigeria. Sometimes I go into a hotel, I go into some places, they don't have facility for disabled people. You see some hotels, you can't see a facility. If someone that have a wheelchair, there's no facility for them to come up. You go into some toilet, you don't have anywhere to hold your hand. These are the things that is born in my heart to advocate for these people. And there's a school that the school I went to is now made as a school for people with disability, because I did school at Nsukka, and there's so many of them that need help. So as an individual, I've been supporting as little as I can, but taking it off now, where we're looking at registering it as an NGO, as a foundation, you know, for where God has brought me, and to encourage someone out there.
Now, talking about encouraging someone out there, we want to encourage my brother. Can we see your leg, please?
You want to do that?
Of course, I want to. Please come with.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Kill God. Jesus Christ. You made this happen when you were 7 years?
5 years.
5 years. And you've used this thing to go to school?
Yeah.
To get your first degree? You got your first degree in marketing? You got your second degree in social work in United Kingdom? You got your master's degree in business admin? Did you see what I said? There is ability in disability. Disability is not about this thing we are saying, our body. The main disability is in our mind. Okay, you're a strong woman. I'm really touched. I'm really touched. And you know, standing up, walking, nobody will even know you have such a thing.
Yes, I have. I've met someone that said, "Oh, the way you walk," because sometimes if I'm walking, I'm leaping, so you wouldn't know. You would think it's I'm guy that I'm showing off. So we came to, we went for a holiday. So we met at the airport and we were all walking in, and she was like, you know. So in the morning, being me, I was wearing my shorts and came down and I noticed she was staring at me. I didn't say anything. So later on she came and I was doing everything, you know, with confidence. Yes. And later on she came and she actually said to me, I am going through depression, that I don't have a lot of things. And looking at you, you're smiling, you're full of life, you know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to myself. I've gone back to my room crying, looking at you, and you're just you, you know. And I was just smiling. I said to her, you can only stop yourself. You can only stop yourself.
Wow, that's been wonderful. You say, from all what you said now, you're a motivational speaker, you do MC, now, and you're in the United Kingdom. What if we want your services here, like MC? How do we get across to you?
My phone,
Excuse me, before you answer that question, let's go for a quick break and we'll return. We'll continue. Don't get away, we'll be right back.
Be this world, changing your mindset.
Welcome back to just joining us. This is Be This World. And my guest today on the show has been no other person than Ada-Enigwe herself, Kiro Kompo. She's a motivational speaker, philanthropist, a social worker in the United Kingdom. She's in the studio today talking about self, finding self. She says she has actually found self. Go find self. Okay, now before we went on break, I asked you if people want you to anchor their events in the United Kingdom, though you said you come to Nigeria 4 or 5 times. Does it mean that they are going to pay higher because you're coming from the United Kingdom? Or do you have Nigerian fee for us, or you have international fee for us?
First of all, I'm in Nigeria.
So nothing like international fee.
No, I love my people, you know. So it's the same fee that everybody takes. Yes.
So people should, like you said, your YouTube channel is there. People can get across
to me. My Facebook, my TikTok,
your Instagram,
all your handles, and all my handles.
You see everything on this screen. So if you want to get across to Ada-Enigwe, all her contact is on the screen here. She's ready to work with you, to motivate you, to anchor your events, and to do business. You know, she's an entrepreneur. Thank you, Kiro Kombo. Thank you, Ada-Enigwe, for coming on Be This World. Just go there and conquer your world. Thank you for coming on the show. Wow, we've heard it from Ada-Enigwe herself. My guest has been Kiro Kombo. She's a social worker in the United Kingdom and a motivational speaker and philanthropist and a charity personality. She's here to tell us about discovering yourself. She says she has discovered herself. Yes, I actually believe she has discovered herself. This is a lady who had a terrible accident that got one of her legs damaged. She cannot walk very well, but with that she has achieved a lot in life. So what are we telling you? There is always ability in disability. The major disability we have in this part of the world is a disability in our mind. It's not in our physical body. She is somebody who could look out and get encouraged and get motivated. That's much will be taken on Be This World shoot today. If you missed this interview, you can watch it online on www.bethisworld.tv. Remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share with your friends and well-wishers. Remember, keep love alive. Love you.
Be This World, changing your mindset.